Many families today are full of misery and sorrow, and they are even failing to find a way out. Men are visual people. They are easily attracted to beautiful women. Having men attracted to you is very regular. Having someone invested in you in all aspects of you is different. Men are attracted to beauty, and it is easy for them to propose to a beautiful lady. But no matter how beautiful the lady can be, there is only one thing that will keep her in marriage, which is her character. Greetings. I am so delighted that you have joined me today. We give thanks to the Lord that He has given us another opportunity. There are many people who were longing to see this day, who had plans, but where are they? They are no more among the living. But as to us, God has been so merciful, and we are to give thanks to Him. Welcome to One Truth, and here we are building families for eternity. And for those who are joining us for the first time, the theme of the year is running towards love. And as we are in this title, there is an interesting subject that we've been going through, which is the Christian couple. And today we are on the third part of our wonderful subject, the Christian couple. There is this lady, and she's having some challenges in her marriage life. There is something that is eating her inside, and she wishes to confess, but she doesn't know whether she should confess or she should go to the grave with that kind of a secret. She says, I have been married to my husband for more than 20 years, and we have got 3 children. With these 3 children, we have got 2 daughters and 1 son. But the problem which I have is, my husband doesn't know that he is not the biological father to my son. And now I wish to come out open and confess this to him. How can I go about it? In this situation, there is a lot to lose. Now, if it comes to the ears of this man, the first question that you will have is, what about these 2 daughters? I now doubt if they are really my biological kids. And also, if this husband hears about this, looking at the support that he has been giving, think that this is my son, and only to find out that the son is not even his, he might collapse and die of heart attack. And now what will she say to the relatives as they will ask, what exactly killed him? The husband can forgive, but what about trust? Will he still continue to have this kind of trust as he had before? And what about the son? If he hears about this truth, he will be greatly affected emotionally. Or perhaps he doesn't receive the very same hospitality and the same treatment that he used to get before from the father, because now he has realized that it's not his biological son. The kind of love will drop down. And how about the lady? How will she feel to see that the son is now being discriminated in the family? And perhaps if there is a function that will require that the whole family should come together, how will he feel when he sees that everyone else is invited but him, he won't be invited? And also thinking about his biological father. Now he has to go and look for his biological father. How will this father who is staying with him feel when he sees that the son wants to go and see his biological father? Looking at all these years that he has been giving support, thinking that it is his son, but now to find out the truth that it's not his son. The scripture is more clear in emphasizing that the truth shall set one free. And also in this situation, there is a lot to lose. As I have already introduced the subject, the Christian couple, and today we are on the third part of our presentation. So we have got Ephesians chapter 5 verse 33, which is carrying the gist of the message. Let every one of you in particular so love his wife even as himself, and the wife see that she reverence her husband. Jesus wants to see happy marriages, happy firesides, a place where the heavenly angels will love to visit. If now you look at your family, is it a place that the heavenly angels will love to dwell? As I've already gave this experience of this lady that has been keeping a secret for so long that even now the son is already 16 years old, but he doesn't know his biological father. And also this husband who has been thinking that these are all my children, only to find out after 16 years that the other one is not my son. And how disturbing this is. And perhaps the husband was not giving enough love as he was supposed to give to his wife. He was not affectionate enough up until she ended up going to seek it outside elsewhere. And as a result, now she is bringing in the fruits. And the fruits are not even bearable at all. And now as we are looking at women, I always talk about this. Women need love and men need respect. And also looking at this situation, this man is not respected at all. So now as we are looking at the godly wives, how are godly wives described in Scripture? 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 3 to 6. Whose adorning, let it not be that outward adorning of plaiting the hair and of wearing of gold or of putting on of apparel, but let it be the hidden man in the heart, in that which is not corruptible, even the ornament of a meek and quiet spirit, which is in the sight of God of great price. For after this manner in the old time, the holy women also, who trusted in God, adorned themselves, being in subjection unto their own husbands, even as Sarah obeyed Abraham, calling him Lord, whose daughters you are, as long as you do well and are not afraid with any amazement. And now, what words of encouragement are addressed to women? Let's quickly look at the book of 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 1 and 2. Likewise, ye wives, be in subjection to your own husbands, that if any obey not the word, they also may without the word be won by the conversation of the wives, while they behold your chaste conversation coupled with fear. Women are likened to be an incubator. Whatsoever that you give it to her, she multiplies it and also brings it back to you multiplied. You build a house, she turns it to be a home. You buy her groceries, she turns it to be a meal. You get intimate with her, she gives you a baby. That's a woman. A house will never be a home without a woman. There is a difference between a girl and a woman. And what makes men to propose is beauty. And what keeps a lady in marriage is her character. No matter how beautiful she can be, as long as if she doesn't have a good character, she will never be able to stay in marriage. Women play such a very pivotal role in the development of a family. For us to have a better generation, it also comes to the women. And now considering the book of Titus chapter 2, verse 4 and 5, it says, that they may teach the young women to be sober, to love their husbands, to love their children, to be discreet, chaste, keepers at home, good, obedient to their own husbands, that the word of God be not blasphemed. Children are visual creatures. They learn by seeing and not what you say. And you cannot tell a child not to smoke whilst yourself you are smoking. Whatsoever that you do, a child will always copy and also want to do what you do. Are you a father? Are you a mother? You'll find that the children, when they are growing up, they always say that, I want to be like my mother. I want to be like my father. That is a child, because she believes in seeing. And you as a parent, you are like an epistle that is read of the world. And the children, by beholding, are changed. They are always beholding to their parents so that they can be like their parents. If you are a parent, I would love to ask you to do an introspection, to think of yourself. Will we have a better generation if all the children are like you? Do you desire that everyone can be like you? Will we be able to have a better generation? This is a time that we have to do an introspection of ourselves and ask ourselves if Are we standing on the right path? Paul, the minister of the gospel, as he was looking at the divisions of the people, he says to them, "Be ye a follower of me, as I am also a follower of Christ." Now, if all the society is following you, are you driving them towards eternal life, or you are driving them towards eternal death, where there is a pit that they will fall and will never come out? At one point in time, I had a conversation with this lady. She has a child who's almost at the same age like me. And she says to me, "I really desire that my child can be like you. I have been always noticing you, looking at your character and how you carry yourself around. I really love that my child should be like you." What she said left me thinking so deeply as I was asking myself, what kind of a person am I? Looking at that, there are other people who are also beholding at me. As they are beholding me, am I drawing them towards salvation? And also, if you can look at yourself, you might never know that there are a number of people whom you are influencing without knowing or even knowing. And all these people, as they are looking at you, where are you driving them? Mothers have got so much influence in their children. Now I would love us to consider the Adventist home, page 253. If mothers allow themselves to wear untidy garments at home, they are teaching their children to follow in the same slovenly way. Many mothers think that anything is good enough for home wear, be it ever so soiled and shabby, but they soon lose their influence in the family. The children draw comparisons between their mother's dress and that of others who dress neatly, and their respect for her is weakened. My desire is that this may sink in our hearts and also put it into practicality. So as we continue further, we look at that some wives and mothers seem to think it is no matter how they look when about their work and when they are seen only by their husbands and children. But they are very particular to dress in taste for the eyes of those who have no special claims upon them. Is not the esteem and the love of husband and children more to be prized than that of strangers or common friends? The happiness of husband and children should be more sacred to every wife and mother than that of all others. This leaves us thinking to ask ourselves a question: why is the number of divorce rates increasing each and every day? What is the cause? If you can give yourself some time to do a research, or even perhaps go to the court meetings, attend to find out the reason behind the number of divorce rates increasing each and every day. There is this couple that used to love each other so much. They used to be like Romeo and Juliet, but not anymore. Why is it so? Now the question is imposed to the wife: why do you want to divorce your husband? She says, "I have had enough and now I am tired. My husband has been cheating on me for so long and now I can't take it any longer." And now, as the husband is given an opportunity to justify himself, he says, "My wife used to be so attractive. Each and every time I look at her, I will always say, wow, because there is no one that looks so beautiful as her. She has been looking so much beautiful. Each and every time I would love to go with her, even when I'm in public, I would love to hang around with her because she was looking so attractive. But now she has let herself go. She doesn't look any attractive anymore. You will see her, she will be forever in her pajamas the whole day. And therefore, I'm not attracted to that." There are very beautiful women out there who look so attractive that each and every time I lay my eyes on her, I don't even want to look anywhere else. I always want to look at them. So if she could have carried herself well, I would be still so attracted to her. And now, if I can take a moment to evaluate the situation of this couple, there is a problem of communication. The husband did not communicate enough to the wife, and the wife did not know that the husband is not happy at all. And now, as you are looking at this, perhaps the husband is not buying clothes for the wife, and the wife thinks that it is fine to always wear the pajamas. I would love to impose a question. As a mother or a wife, why do you have to look so nice and beautiful when you are going out there, but not at home? Are these people out there more especially and important than your husband and your children at home? That even when you have to go, you have to make sure that you have dressed so beautiful, so stunning. Even when you walk, you even change the step. And also the smell, it's even catching even when you are a kilometer away. The problem that we have in society is that we always want to dress to kill so beautiful, and someone looks so stunning when he or she is out there. But when she's at home, you are something else. Those people are not worthy of our attractiveness. The very important people that we have to dress so beautiful for is your husband, your wife, and your children, so that they might learn, and tomorrow they will know how to dress nicely, so that they will be better wives for tomorrow. But if they have not witnessed it happening at home, they will think that it is normally. And what lesson are you teaching to your children? As we have already looked at that, children are visual people. They learn through seeing. So whatsoever that you do, they are forever beholding. And if they see that you only have to dress nicely when you're going out, that's what they are going to do.